So in the recent update, Tycoon has just added the Los Angeles-Class Submarine, which I have already reviewed, and then with this they have also added the LOSOS-Class. Today I'm going to be damage testing this vehicle and telling you guys its weak points and strong points and how good it overall is against other vehicles. But before we begin, make sure to join the Discord, link in the description. So anyways, firstly let's take a look at this vehicle's base statistics. That's going to be exactly speed of 60 knots and a health of 850. However, when you fully do actually max this vehicle out, it's going to be having 78 speed and 1105 health. Those are some pretty decent numbers. Now taking a look at how good it actually is against planes like the F-35, unfortunately enough, it will not actually be able to kill it in 4 shots, unlike the previous Los Angeles submarine, which I shown to you guys, which will be able to kill it at around 5, I believe that was. So it's pretty much going to be a copy of the previous stats for the Los Angeles from what I'm currently seeing, and pretty much exactly the same situation we have for the Super Hind. Either way, this is still pretty good, it's just it's missing its extra missiles, which the Los Angeles does provide. However, in terms of anti-tank capabilities, it will also be not the best against the Abrams X, not really being able to kill it after exactly 4 missiles, which is pretty standard. It will be getting it down to at least 50%, which is actually a pretty decent amount for something like a starter vehicle. However, in terms of its anti-hovercraft capabilities, it will also not be the best, to be honest. It's only going to be able to do 9% per hit. However, once again, do keep in mind that this is going to be a Game Pass one. It's probably going to be pretty decent against the starter one. Just be wary of the fact that the enemy might be able to actually outrun your missiles. Now moving into the anti-ship capabilities of this vehicle, it will be able to do exactly 13% per hit the Zumwalt, meaning it will be able to do 52% if you do hit all of the torpedoes. Do keep in mind that this Zumwalt is also fully maxed out, and so is this vehicle in this video, but however the Independence is actually going to be having a lot less health, so on average do expect to take down Independences with this along with all the other ships. Now lastly, moving into this vehicle's anti-submarine capabilities, it will be able to do exactly 47% per hit, which is actually pretty decent, to be honest. I do believe that this vehicle will be able to counter all the other Los Angeles class submarines, so do of course make sure that you're going to be using this if you do not have the Los Angeles, since this is still a pretty good and clear counter to it. Anyway, overall this vehicle is probably going to be one of the best starter vehicles that we have in the game as of now, just simply because of the fact of how much firepower and versatility it actually provides for you as a starter player. I do believe that vehicles like the Sherman, the Mustang, the Little Bird, the Huey will simply not be able to match this vehicle's power in terms of a starter player level of skill. So I do believe that this vehicle is definitely going to be very useful for you. Anyway, for the time being, that's pretty much just going to be everything in terms of the submarine review for both of these in this update. I really did enjoy this update quite a lot. However, there is one last thing which we have to cover, which is going to be balance changes. So make sure to stay notified for the next video. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to my channel members, and of course make sure that you will be joining the Discord.